jumped right in with C2E, C2S. Didn't really explain or, what is that so the audience knows exactly what that is. And then give us an example of a program you'd like to highlight.
Sure. Thanks, Luke. So C2S obviously was the first foray by the community into cloud computing, and that was specifically a contract vehicle with Amazon to provide infrastructure, compute, and storage services to the community. And so that was C2S. C2E has built on that foundation, and C2E is a multi-cloud environment with multiple players to include Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, IBM as well. And so now you have a multi-cloud environment coming in. Obviously, the benefit of that to the consumer is that there are various different service offerings that can be layered on any one or all of those various different cloud service providers. And you, obviously, as a consumer, can then pick and choose which cloud service provider and their associated third-party solution providers maybe best fits your specific mission needs. So it gives a much broader aperture to the consumers to pick cloud hosting services and their ecosystems of service providers that can best suit their particular mission. I'm going to kind of switch gears on you because I think it's worth highlighting it. And since I was there, I think I can claim a little bit of credit for this activity. But when I was down at the State Department and COVID hit, let me back up. I think a lot of the advantages of cloud were obviously highlighted by that traditional storage and compute that any organization had online 365 days out of the year. That was only used at a specific period. And so the classic case that's cited in the government workforce, right, is it's eval season and everybody's hitting the servers to do the report performance evaluations. And that's kind of, the September timeframe. But historically, you would have that compute and storage online the other 11 months, and it wasn't really being used. Obviously, cloud changed that paradigm. We were able to spin up cloud services to fully support those types of seasonal activities, and that reduced, obviously, the total operating costs and allowed cloud services to expand out as the mission needs dictated. So that was some years ago, and I think we're well-founded in that. But when I was at the State Department and COVID kicked off, we needed to do a whole series of application developments to support, repatriating Americans that were stranded overseas, getting aircraft to get those individuals, getting vaccines out to various different embassies and posts. And the applications to track all of that and do all that categorically didn't exist. And it was only through cloud services and cloud solution providers, and specifically software as a service application providers, that we were able to iterate and deliver, a series of, over a dozen application services within the span of like 6 or 8 weeks, and then continuously iterate on those in a DevOps agile environment. I think that's, as we look to cloud next gen and C2E, that's the next promise, right? Is beyond the infrastructure services of scaling out for compute and storage and getting into rapid application development that really supports the pace of the mission, and getting into an agile development cycle that allows us to continuously iterate on solutions, put those solutions in front of consumers, have them continuously provide updated requirements back to the application team, and continuously develop those in a rapid cycle. I think that's the next step for us, and I think that holds tremendous advantage.